Welcome back to the Realistic Cattle Ranch Challenge on Sunshine Forest. I'm BP, and it's time to get to work. We are picking up right where we left off last episode. We are still in August. We just got our 5 cows into the barn. I think our 1 Angus bull, a Holstein cow, a couple other cows. We should have some good success with this first batch. I'm excited for them. We got to get back up to the shop and pick up the remainder of our equipment and figure out some way to handle these bales. So I'm thinking with the potential for some dairy productions in the future and the need to transport our potential greenhouse goods as well, we should pick up a trailer. So I'm thinking we pick up a trailer and bring the Fiat back with the equipment on the trailer so we can have both vehicles back here at the farm, because right now we're having to drive back and forth, leaving one vehicle there, and a trailer would let us get away from that. So we'll run up to this shop, look for a trailer. We've got to figure out some way to handle those grass bales we made out of the meadow grass there. I think I have that problem solved too. We need to get some water, or the ability to get water, some kind of tanker or tender, so that we can get our cows water. The barn we're in now has automatic watering, which is fine, but our greenhouses will need water and the open pastures are going to need water. So a couple problems to solve today. I think we're going to get through the rest of August here pretty quick and then get moving into the next couple of months. I suspect that most episodes will span, 2 months, maybe even 3 months, because when we're working with the livestock and the cows, we're worried about their gestation period, them reproducing, and we need to just sort of keep moving through the months. So outside of producing food, making sure we have the correct infrastructure in place to take care of our animals, and that kind of stuff, we just need to get moving on getting through the months and getting cows to reproduce. So here we are pulling into the shop. We don't have very much money left to spend. We have a couple of things we need to pick up. We have our Great Plains planter over there and 2 containers of lime. We may end up getting some sort of either pallet fork, forklift, or a telehandler here for the shop. It wouldn't be ours. We wouldn't use it for anything on the farm or anything else, but to be able to load up here, and then we can figure out getting that stuff off at the farm. So first and foremost, I want to jump in and try to find a trailer. I looked at a couple earlier today. All right, guys. Figured out where the trailer was. Took me a minute to find it. Let's jump in here. It's in the bale transport category. So we have the TPS-001 mod. This is off of the mod hub. Really basic trailer. Not much to it, but will hold everything we need it to hold. Will look good doing it. Let's see about a nice bright color on the trailer. That'll be easy to find in all the tall grass. All right, so not too shabby. $1,550. Paid $50 for the rims. Bit of a luxury, but we got it done. All right, so we have this trailer now. Now let's see if we get this guy going over here. And I think this trailer unfolds. Yep, it has ramps, which is what we wanted. Great, so now we need to look into a way to handle our bales, which I believe is going to be down in the miscellaneous category. We have a couple of these bale forks. $300 for the 2-prong, another $300 for this one. $500 for the triple prong. I'm not sure we need to pay any more for that. So let's go with the most basic one. I think we want these to be pretty brightly colored so we can keep track of them. There, I think that'll be good. No extra money. Orange will be easy to see. I'm a little worried until we get everything set up that we're going to have a hard time keeping track of our equipment in the tall grass back at the farm or back at the ranch. So let's see about getting that on here. All right, that's nice and easy. Let's get that lifted up. Perfect. So that's up out of the way. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the Fiat and the Great Plains on this trailer. It would be a great trip if we could. Got to see if the wheels will even line up. Let's give it a quick try. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Didn't want to drop that. Alright, so I don't have a lot of hope for this. We're going to have to see. The wheels might line up. We'll just have to see. We didn't get a huge trailer. We didn't have a lot of money to spend. So let's see if we got enough of a trailer to get both of these items on. Well, the wheels line up. Oh, we have no collision on the front. Okay, so it's doable. But just barely. Right there. I think we can get it all on and done. Let's carefully get out. Alright, so that's not exactly ideal, but we are going to be able to get everything back to... Oh my goodness, what happened here? I didn't mean to detach that. I'll turn it on. You can see the suspension getting just slammed on the rear of our International. Alright, it is strapped down. Those ramps take a while to get back underneath there, but they are on. Alright, so let's not have an incident because those bale forks on the front of the Fiat will go right into the back of the cab of the truck, creating a really, really bad situation. So we got our trailer, we got our bale spikes, we spent like less than $2,000 in total. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Oh God, steer into it. Okay, ooh. We are not using super strength, so that could have been a real problem. Alright, so as I was saying, we got our bale spike and our trailer for under $2,000. That's a nice addition for our farm. Let's go get those bales, put in the trigger, and we might just advance right on to September from there, because if the cows don't need water and we have food, it's going to be more important to let time pass and let our cows mature than to try to get a bunch of stuff done today. Because with only 5 cows, I suspect those 3 big 180 centimeter bales will be more than enough to keep them fed for a while. And, you know, we can cut meadow grass anytime we want, and we saw how much we got off of it last time. So we should be in good shape there. So other things I want to figure out here as we get going. We are going to need to add, you know, a pasture for the bulls, what we'll call the bull pen, to get our bulls in there. That will be our breeding pen as well. I actually don't know if it'll be a breeding pen. We may keep our bulls in there to grow, but we want to make sure that the cows we have are bred with the best bulls. We may have a breeding pen, a bull pen, in addition to the barn. Oh, it loves tipping. Not here. Not like this. Oh, God, we saved it. No, 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 not the other way. Ooh, I think we have the trailer overloaded, guys. I'm not sure, but it has proven to be more of an adventure than I was ready for. You. That is as soon as we start driving. And we weren't even going fast on that one. Can we recover? What do we think? Get the wheels down. How about the other way? And we may have to unload everything. Man, it is super duper tippy with the two wheels in the middle. There we go. We got a little bit of traction there for a second. Can we save it? And it sure looks like it's trying. I think this little truck just has so much weight pulling back on it. And we're going to have to reset here. Give it another second to try, but... Come on, pull, 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 pull. Alright. We're dumping the trailer. Okay, the truck was pretty easy to self-right. Getting everything back to the farm may have been a bigger project than we thought. What do we think about giving her a nudge? We got a bull bar on the truck. I think this is going to want to go back up and over. Well, I'm thinking not. Alright, well, let's see. We're going to have to at least reconnect to try to get the Fiat back upright. Yeah, and immediately the truck goes right back over. Come on, use the tree. Okay, we're not getting it. Detach that. Alright, so we have the truck and the trailer back upright. That was certainly more adventure than we were looking for. That last time when we tipped, we weren't even doing very much. Well, let's see. Do we give it one more try? I think we do. Gonna be an adventure. Said we're gonna do things the hard way, do everything manually. This is part of figuring it out. We could use super strength. We could jump between vehicles. We could do all kinds of things, but in the end, we want to try to do things the right way. Round 2. Yeah, I think we are just so far forward and so far overweight on this trailer that we are just not having much luck. Almost wonder if driving with the ramps down would give us a little bit more stability. The good news is there's very, very few turns left, and if we really had to, we could drive, we could run back and get the Fiat. We've made a good progress so far. So we have a left-hand turn up here. We are coasting into that. We are hoping for like no speed on this turn at all whatsoever. Super easy. Going underneath the bridge. Okay. Whew. So far so good. Don't get too excited. We thought we were in the free and clear last time, and all we did was turn the wheel a little bit, and we ended up on our side and in trouble. So our $1,500 trailer is a good trailer, but may not be the best for transporting a bunch of medium to heavy size equipment with our small truck. We're up to 40 miles an hour. We are living on the edge here, guys. A little gentle turn. At this point, we could disconnect everything and just let it go and come back and get it later. But I think we are in good shape. All right, so we have our equipment back on the farm. Good news all around. So, first order of business is going to be to get the bales handled. We need those out of the field and into the trigger to make sure our cows are in good shape. Nope, we don't want to go forwards. We want to go backwards. Well, we did well for a second there, guys. Okay, there we go. It wasn't pretty. but we got it done. Okay, let's drop the cedar here. Okay, so now we have our bale spike on the front. I think we want to swing out, grab them low, lift them up, and take them back with us. So, swing in here. Maybe we'll try a little in-cab driving. I haven't done that yet this episode or this series. Which, is that up or down? Can't see from here. Let's see. It's weird that we're not getting any indication inside the tractor. So let's stab it. Raise it. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, one bale in. Yeah, the fun part about this map is all the foliage and everything else. The challenge of this map is also the foliage because you just can't see anything at all. So here we go. Drop this one in here. Great, excellent. And let's go grab our third one. This is working just how we had hoped. Oh, lost it. And fork back down. Get pulled into it. Give it a lift. And this one may be bouncing a little bit, but we'll get there. It's relatively smooth over here. Okay, great. So now let's drop that. Cool. So that is done. So as of right now, I don't know that we have a reason to be in August anymore. Let's check on our cows. So they don't require any water. They have 22,558 liters of grass. Reproduction, no suitable male, 2 young. There's our bull. And then we have our 2 young Angus calves as well. So we are producing manure and slurry, it looks like. We won't have manure because we don't have any straw down. Slurry, if they're eating, we should be getting slurry, which I believe we can pick up. I think there's a pipe right over here. We can pick it up. So, so far that all looks really good. Let's close up our doors for the night. There we go. Okay. I mean, it's still early in August, but I don't see any point in hanging out here until tonight, because we can just get going and get our calves to age up. So 5 animals. Let's hope it's this good in the morning, guys. This is the time where we could lose animals due to health. We do have accidents turned on, so we got to watch the top right corner of the screen and keep track of our animals, see what happens, make sure they're taken care of. All right, so we have our loan interest, property maintenance, and our loan payment. Perfect. Doesn't seem like we lost any animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's looking good. So I think our goal for today is going to be to get those greenhouses in. Let's see what we have in regards to base game greenhouses that we can install. Remember, the rules say we can only put 2 in. So we have a couple here. I mean, we've got a bunch of modified ones we're not going to be using. But as far as base game goes, let's see. We have greenhouse for rice saplings. That's not going to be helpful. We have a couple of mediums and a couple of larges. Now, if I remember correctly, these produce the same amount no matter what size you buy, or at least they did initially. So I'm wondering if that's still true or not. So let's give these a rotate. Snap those to the grid. Okay, they're angled nicely, just like the barn. Got quite a bit of landscaping going on here. So maybe we come in here with the flatten tool and just make this area. Wow, that is quite a bit of flattening there, guys. We are on quite a slope. I think we're going to need a chainsaw for that tree. So let's jump out here. Let's grab a chainsaw from the shop. Got to go with the Husqvarna. All right. I guess we could have gone with the 455 and saved ourselves some money, but too little too late now. So we have this tree over here that needs to go. We're going to try to get this guy to fall this way. We want to get rid of the stump. Excellent. And then all of our branches trimmed off. I think we're in pretty good shape there. It is difficult to see this tree in all of that brush. So let's put the chainsaw away real quick. Let's jump into our truck and trailer. Let's pull the truck and trailer over here. The ramps do take just a long time to fold up. Alright, so truck and trailer are in position. This is the part of the game where we're doing everything manual. So we've got trees to cut up. Do I have the lumberjack mod on where we can cut to length? Let's see. Can I pick this piece up? I can. That is great news. Okay. We got to get this tree cut up and put on the truck. We'll go take it to the sawmill. That piece is too heavy. So cut it in half. Grab a piece here. Oh, lost it. Where'd it go? That piece is gone. Sure, we'll find it when we're mowing at some point. We're going to be doing a lot of mowing over the next couple of days. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Get a little bit of height. Stand up on our tiptoes to see it. Okay. Let's see. Cut up a piece maybe like this. And a piece like this. And a piece like this. All too heavy? And not one of those I can lift? Sure about that? Yeah, sure looks like it. Okay, got this piece up. Does not like being lifted over the log itself. It tends to fall back in. So until we get some kind of telehandler on the farm or a tractor with forks on the front, we're going to be, any trees we cut down are going to be sold this way. So just got to chop them up and get them on the trailer. I think eventually we look at getting something that can handle, you know, bigger pieces of trees. I don't think we're ever really going to get into forestry per se and get a bunch of equipment for it, but I do think it's worth trying to get a little better at clearing trees so we can get more money out of them, because these little pieces are just not going to be worth very much at all. Oh, we lost it in the grass. Where'd it go? Okay, here we are. We're back. We did say this was going to be a challenge playthrough, and certainly so far it is proving to be that. Get some bigger pieces now that we're down in diameter. I think finding this last piece could be quite challenging. Here it is. We pick this piece up. We had a hand for a second. Great. I think that's the rest of it. Love the grass for the cows and for getting everything, for getting bales, but picking this stuff up in the grass is a different story altogether. Let's go slow with this one. This one seems to be fighting us a bit. Okay, let's jump in here. Let's throw some straps on. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's go back to our construction menu. The whole point of this exercise was to get a flat area for us to put our greenhouses. What do we miss there? Oh, there's a piece of log there. Grab it and put it on the trailer. Certainly can pick that piece up. That one's tiny. Okay, so probably pull the truck out of the way now. Got the squealing start. And back into the construction menu. Just want to get that corner flattened out a little bit. Okay. And let's get a couple of greenhouses on here. I think we're just going to go with the cheap and easy $9,000 ones. Put them right in the middle of the pad so we can level them out. Get a little bit of space. Then let's go big with our softening. Increase the intensity just a little bit. Perfect. Like it was meant to be there. And then let's find that meadow grass that has been all throughout here. This may actually be thicker than the meadow grass. Is it this stuff? I don't know. It all looks good to me. All looks like grass that we have been cutting up. All right, now that all that's back in, I think we should consider getting a little bit of a road put in. We'll start with, do we have any gravel? We do have some gravel. I think maybe we just sort of bring the road across the front of here. And I think we're going to want to gravel this side. I don't know where the road's going to go quite yet, but I think that's going to give us a good start. Probably should join it out to here at some point, but we'll probably do a double track coming out. We'll have to figure that out. So not a big deal. Okay, so we're down to $20,000. We need to get water for our greenhouses so we can go try to sell our tree, and we need to get a water container. Anything in the sale, any water tenders in the sale that we could grab. Let's take a quick look. Probably down at the bottom since we didn't have anything yesterday. It'd have to be new. And more big tractors. I don't see anything. I mean, that'll hold water, but that's $12,000. It's going to be a lot of money. Let's see what else we have in here real quick. Yeah, $58.50 for that one. We got a couple in here. Do like this one. This one holds 7,500 liters, holds everything. Great mod. Also will do slurry spraying for us. The smaller version of that is this one. They have, the small one doesn't have the gauge on it, but it does the big metal one. Let's see. So it has these gauges on it. And they actually work. They're digital. They'll show you what is in your trailer, like how many liters and that kind of stuff. So I think we'll probably pick one of those up. So let's jump into the truck and head up to the sawmill. Make sure everything's secure. Got front to back and side to side straps. I will catch you guys when we're at the sawmill, so I'll check back in just a minute. Now we're pulling up by the sawmill. I haven't actually been over here yet and tried to sell anything, so I think we go straight here past the shop, over the little way station, or go around it. We don't have to go over it. That's good. And the sawmill should be the big open building on the end. So I think it's this one down here. Yep, we have our unload trigger. Let's undo the straps, turn off the truck. I mean, I'm hoping we get 500 bucks for this tree. I don't think it's going to be a lot. We got chopped into a lot of pieces. $95 with a $2 environmental score. Guys, that was a letdown, to be honest. That's a challenge. $95 for that tree is not a lot of money. We need to make more money than that. So cutting down trees and using little pieces, because we can only use hand tools right now, is not the way for us to make money. All right, so we learned a lesson. That's okay. We can recover from that. We can be better. Let's see about getting these things loaded. I do think we'll talk to the guys at the store, and I think they probably have some sort of forklift or telehandler that we can use, because we're going to need something to load up here. Let me jump out and chat with them real quick, and I will be right back. Well, guys, I had a good talk with the guys at the shop, and they did have an old telehandler out back they said we could use, so we'll have that up here. It'll live at the shop and be part of their inventory. Oh, hit the wrong button there. So we should be good to go to load some stuff up. We have, this thing is beat up, mixed colors. They certainly put this thing to use. So let's see about getting loaded up on stuff here. We came up here to get a water tank. I did check out the sale while I was in talking to the guys, and they have the spreader plate for the water tank that we're looking at that allows us to turn it into a manure spreader. So interesting that that popped up at the same time. May pick that up, and I think it's just going to be a couple $100 here. To add that to our total. There's a wall there. Should be more gentle with their equipment. That's probably why it looks like this. Everyone's been running into everything with it. Alright, got our 2 pallets of lime. Now let's see about getting the water tender on here. I think the water tender is going to be a bit of a project to get on here, to be honest. We may actually just use the hitch on the telehandler and back it up the ramps and just leave it there, and we can pull it off down at the farm. Let's not lock the other lime off. Alright, let's jump in here. Let's throw some straps on so we don't lose that. Turn off their telehandler real quick. Okay, so in the shop, we are looking at getting a water tender, a water tank. I think we're going to grab this one, $7,600. It's a lot of money, but we know it works as a slurry spreader as well, so we can use it in that capacity as well, which will be really nice. That's a cool color. I like that. Rims, we all know what's going to happen there. Excellent. So where'd the $1,200 come from? Oh, BKT tires? No, we'll go with Lizard. We don't have $1,200 for big tires on water tender if it's not a free upgrade. Okay, so we got that done. And then in the sale, they have, I have to find the splash plate right here. The tank mod, $133 on sale. We want that to color match. That's free. So that just attaches to the back and lets us spray slurry on our fields for fertilizer, which is going to be a critically important part. So here we are. Jump back in here. I'm hoping the hitch on the back of this will work in our favor. Come on, don't let me down now. Oh, perfect. So I think we can just back this onto the trailer and then use the Fiat to pull it off when we get there, which would be nice. Get the plate attached here as well. So I'll swing around so you guys can see it. Here it is on the ground. It just snaps up, goes over the outlet pipe, and creates sort of a spray plate for it to distribute the manure. So I'm going to pull this guy up and give us a straight shot. Don't die on me now, little truck. Give us a nice, wide working area. I am a little bit concerned those ramps are going to be too wide for our wheelbase, but we'll just have to figure that out. I don't know if they adjust or not. Yeah, I'm thinking those are going to be awfully wide. All right, here we go. Man, that is going to be tough to get wheels on both ramps. Well, so far, so good. Oh, not that way. Let's go back the other way. Yep, we're hitting. So that's not ideal. Can we get a little bit of speed? Maybe bump over? Oh, it is going to be overhanging the back end. So if we drop it there and then leave it there, holding it in place, jump in, change the straps, bring in the ramps. Let's go give them their telehandler back. Yeah, our telehandler is currently... Is it actually connected? No, we just dropped the spray plate on the back, so that didn't help at all. Alright, so that worked out well. Let's go tuck their telehandler back in for them. It's nice to have. And then I think we're going to run back to the farm and check and see what we have as far as water that we can pick up for today. We should. Can we take a peek at the animal dealer without a trailer? No, we can't. Well, let's go back here and get everything going back to the farm. So we are in good shape. We got to get water in our greenhouses. I will catch you guys back at the farm in just a minute. We are just about back at the farm, guys. I have to tell you, this trailer led me on another adventure. We had an incident in the woods. We did get everything corrected using all the right tools. We did everything manually, but holy goodness, this trailer is giving me fits. It is just totally tippy and top heavy, but we got through it, so not a big deal. All right, we have the ramps on. Let's go grab the Fiat. We need to get some water into the tank so we can get the water into the greenhouses. And then I think we'll probably call it about an episode there. We do have a lot more work to do today. We got to cut some grass, make some more hay bale or some more grass bales. May make a bunch of grass bales between episodes. I'm not sure how entertaining just mowing back and forth is going to be. But let's see about getting some water in the tank. The river is right over here on the other side of the road. I'm hopeful that everything works out and we can actually get water out of it. Sometimes on these maps, water can be really easy to get, and sometimes it's not readily available. Well, no luck there. It does make a sound like it wants to work. I do wonder if that plate on the back. Okay, we dropped the plate. It's just in the grass now, which is not a good place for it. The slurry plate. Yeah, it makes a noise like it wants to. We're definitely deep enough in the water that should be working. Okay, so we're going to assume that's not going to work. Let's get the slurry plate reattached. Okay, so we have to find an alternative water source. Is there water on the map somewhere? Let's see. That is rock. I've already investigated that. I thought that might be water. The swamp could have some water. I don't think it's going to work for our purposes. Don't see a water fill station. So what do we have that would allow us to put in a cheap water? We have container maybe. 10,000 for a windmill. Man, that is, and 3,000. I think you got to pay for the water in that one. Here we go. $500 for a garden pump. We have the free water tank mod and the modified one. So let's go with the garden pump. Let's put that in over here next to... You know what? Let's put it right here. Let's actually clear a spot. Give me a little bit of gravel. Just sort of put a spot down right there. Containers. Grab our pump. 500 bucks. The fill trigger is actually on this side of it. Okay, put that right there. 500 bucks is much more up our alley compared to 10,000 for the windmill. The windmill would have been really cool, but I'm just not sure we can justify $10,000 to get water to our greenhouse that are supposed to be helping us supplement our income. Alright, so here we go. Oh, cool, the lid opens. Wow, that is full. So you can see there's the digital gauge on the back. That's actually, it tells us exactly how much water is in there. So that is very, very cool. Let's fill up the back one first. I have to get over to the actual tank. We can jump into the greenhouses, see what we're going to make. I think we're just going to make lettuce to start with. I think it's just the easiest. And just get it going. Okay. And then, wow, that fills super fast. That is great. both greenhouses up and running. Yeah, we got lettuce being produced here, lettuce being produced there. They hold 10,000 liters, so I'll take a couple more. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably call it an episode right about here. I will top off the greenhouses, and I'm probably going to do a bunch of mowing back behind the cow barn and try to get some bales stored up. We're in September, so we're going to need bales all the way through winter. We didn't check and see how our cows did overnight. Let's see. No suitable animal, too young, so the health all looks pretty good. Productivity is 14%, so we're getting up there. Yeah, I think overall, let's just run and check and make sure that our animals are in good shape. No, gonna let me interact with the animal control? No? Really? Oh, we have the gate is in the way. Well, we know they're doing well because they're all alive. They have food. We need to make some more grass bales to get them in there. They are producing a little bit of slurry, which is good news. So another good episode, guys. Just trying to get the bare necessities set up here so we can be up and running. We got to get our cattle to a breeding age. And maybe next episode we'll look at picking up a couple of more and running them back. Because I think next month our bull will be of age to breed with the females, so we'll be in good shape. But thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one.